Oh, welcome back to the Now Morning Show, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live on TTT and TTT Live Online, and of course the Now Morning Show page on Facebook. So thank you so much for being here this morning. That song in the background I was playing is Nadia Batson's Love Note to Carnival, because she's missing Carnival. But if you are also missing Carnival, I'm going to give you the opportunity to learn some more about Carnival and understand how it works and how we can get it to improve, especially in this time. And to help me do that this morning, I want to welcome Derek Lewis, who's the director of Carnicorn and the founder and creative director of Eventology, Trinidad and Tobago, as well as Dr. Emma Perot, who is the program director at Carniconversations 2021. She's a lecturer in law and intellectual property consultant. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. Derek, as somebody who has been in this industry for a long time, tell me, what does Carnival mean to you?
Carnival is an annual high point in my senses, in my visual understanding of Trinidad and Tobago, and of course, my listening to the country. It is the heartbeat of who we are in so many ways.
All right. And Dr. Emma, can you tell me what Carnicorn is meant to do with that energy and that high point that Derek is talking about?
Okay, sure. So Carnicorn in its original form was meant to be a physical convention, but we've switched online because of the pandemic.
Right.
And even though obviously we're all devastated by the impact of this pandemic and its effects on Carnival, we decided that this is an opportunity to reflect on our past practices. So of course, every year for Carnival, there's a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. And as soon as the Carnival celebrations are done, you're preparing for the next year.
Right.
And that hasn't really allowed us to nearly take the time to reflect and see what have we done well, but also what issues are facing Carnival, and not just in Trinidad, around the world. We're really excited to welcome people from Brazil to see how their samba schools work. We have representatives from Venice, Japan, lots of different carnivals. So what we're doing is taking a step back from some of the energy, but redirecting it into what we think will be very fruitful discussions on the future of Carnival and how we can move forward. And we have several panels that are directed at these conversations. So we're going to be looking at intellectual property. That's an area of law that confuses a lot of people. We're not sure what it is. Where does it fit in Carnival? But actually, I'm going to be explaining in my presentation, along with my co-panelists, that once you begin to understand the basics, you as a creative person in the industry can seriously benefit from protecting your ideas and your creations. And of course, we have the dollars and cents aspect. How much does Carnival contribute to the economy? Can we put figures on this? Well, actually we can, because we do have studies that have been conducted in the Caribbean as well as in New Orleans and in Venice. So we're going to get an idea of what exactly we've lost this year and how we can think about how do we regain that going forward. And also in terms of moving forward, we're going to be looking at the design aspect of Carnival. We all love the colors, we love the beauty, we love the costumes. In Trinidad, of course, we have our traditional masks, we have our beads and feather style masks. We're going to be looking at that, the use of local versus imported materials, the traditional mask making in Venice, and of course, the way in which Brazilian Carnival might draw parallels to Caribbean style carnivals. And the final thing that we're going to be looking at is the future of events. Of course, all of us are missing the FETs this year, but we want to see what promoters have been doing in the absence of these physical events and what they think we'll be doing in years to come in the future. What kind of innovations are they planning? How do they see us moving forward?
Right. Derek, tell me how important these conversations are, especially with people who do different types of carnivals. You all mentioned, the Brazilian Carnival, the New Orleans Carnival, the different carnivals around the world. How do they compare to Trinidad Carnival, and how do we find those links, or is that the whole purpose of Carnicorn?
Oh, it is about finding links. Yes, it's networking, but it's also about finding out their best practices and sharing our best practices so that we can all have a better Carnival product. It is about understanding how, but more than anything else, understanding why and how you can extract value from Carnival. Value is already extracted, so we have to first identify the value, where it is, who's actually earning from it, and give a better perspective. So bringing the world to Trinidad and Tobago as far as the Carnival thought is concerned is just creating an epicenter for Trinidad and Tobago And, you know, the good thing about it is that, you know, some countries claim the thought center for different aspects of global understanding or global life or global threats. I think Carnival is under threat right now. Events are under threat right now. And if we can position Trinidad and Tobago, Port of Spain, Napa as the epicenter of global Carnival thought, progress, innovation, and the way forward, I think it would be a great win for Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, tell me, Dr. Emma, when is Carnicon happening and how can people be a part of it?
Okay, so it's happening tomorrow on Friday. So this Thursday 4th, Friday 5th, and Saturday 6th. And to register, it's completely free. Thank you to our sponsors, FedEx, for facilitating this. So all you have to do is go on to www.carnicorn.org. That's www.carnicorn.org, and you will see a registration button. Just have to put in some very basic information, name, email address, and you will be sent a link to participate in all of our conversations.
Fantastic. And is there a start time and end time?
Yes, so we're starting with a welcome session. We'll be hearing from representatives of carnivals around the world at 9 o'clock on Thursday. Then we'll have different panel discussions. The first one is starting at 10:30, and the whole schedule can be viewed on the website as well. Okay,
that's fantastic then. Well, I want to thank you both for joining me this morning and sharing this information with us. And we look forward to the conversations that happen inside Carnicon 2021, and I'm assuming this is an annual event that's going to continue happening where we can continue expanding these conversations, yeah?
Yes, it is. It's planned to be. There was a launch. This is a conversation, and this conversation is because of COVID, because it had to transform into being a hybrid event virtually. And there's going to be a conference. It's a convention, actually, with an expo. As things roll out, an expo, a learning center, incubators for business, and also a full-scale, of course, celebration of Carnival arts.
Fantastic. It sounds like we're setting the framework to be able to have Carnival as a product evolve. So I look forward to seeing how it's going to evolve and how these conversations go. Thank you so much, Derek Lewis, Director of Carnicon and Founder and Creative Director at Eventology, as well as Dr. Emma Perro for joining us this morning. Dr. Emma Perro, of course, is the Program Director of Carniconversations 2021, a lecturer in law and intellectual property consultant. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we still have more inside the Now Morning Show, so stay tuned.